All right, folks, it's that time where I do a little PoE video because something pops into my mind. I feel like the more older I get, shall I say, the more I age, the more I realize people are just, I don't know, maybe they're just out of touch with exactly what a game is meant to be, what a developer is meant to do, what experience the end user is meant to have. I mean, for me, okay, here's how I see Path of Exile, the new league. I see it as the developers have made a brand new game, Path of Exile 2, and they're putting all their work into that because they want Path of Exile 2 to be great. Whether I think it's going to be great or not is not the point of this video. The point of this video is to say, understand that, let it sink into your brain, and then think about, okay, Path of Exile 1 now has less developers on it. You might not like that. You might think that's trash that they've let the game, air quotes, die. You might understand it. Whatever it is, your job as a gamer to GGG is sort of nothing, as in you don't owe them anything. Okay? You're the guy or girl that sits down and you go, okay, I've got some spare time. What do I want to do in my spare time? Do I want to clean the house? Do I want to wash my car? Do I want to go for a drive? Do I want to get some food? Do I want to hang out with the significant other? Play with the kids? Do I want to play some games? What games do I want to play? Do I want a stressful game? Do I want to play League of Legends? Do I want to play Rocket League? Do I want to what do I want to do? Do I want to sit down and crack on with that story game? I know what I fancy doing. I fancy grinding some Path of Exile. It's a grinding game and I'm really in the mood to sit down and grind. You know what you're getting with Path of Exile. And so then you look at the league. Oh, they've announced a 1 month league. Now the league may be extended, it may not. But at the moment, it's a 1 month league. So before you begin, we all know how much of a time sink Path of Exile is. Pretty much, unless you're going to know life the game, you're probably not going to get to the super juiced GG endgame build with perfect idols and perfect map setup that you desire. If you're playing it casually, you're going to look at the game casually and you're going to go into the game and you're going to go, okay, what does this event give me? What does it do for me? Right. Have they added any new endgame bosses? No. Have they added... Okay, what have they added? Flick through the patch notes. Right. There's 19, I think, new ascendances. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. I don't think people realise this. That's a lot. That changes everything. That is the core feature of the 1 month event. Is, hey, players, you can not have any new skills, but your skills will all feel vastly different because there's entire new ascendancies. Go and try them out for a month and enjoy yourself. That's it. That's the league. The league isn't min-max your shipping containers. The league isn't min-max your idols to create the most fun strategy for profit. The league is, okay, we've disabled the Atlas tree, you're trying the new ascendancies, and occasionally these idols will drop that will put a league mechanic on your map, and that's it. And it's a pretty simple league mechanic. And I would say, actually, even though everyone's telling me that casuals hate it, I don't think it's that bad. I really don't think it's that bad. And I think people have maybe tricked themselves by watching streamers or YouTubers, and they've begun to think that we have to have this perfect idol system. Idols are basically a sanctum relic that drops, and you can put it in your map device, you rejig them around, and you can, you might get one that says contains a breach, contains up to 3 breaches, contains no rituals, contains extra rituals, right? So, you jig them around and you fix them, and if one day you think, I'm kind of bored of running these random idols, I'm going to dig through my tabs and have a look, and I'm going to put some breach on, that's what you do. You're right. It might not be as efficient as the Atlas tree, but in a way, I know a lot of people, trust me, I know a lot of people that hate managing the Atlas tree. They never know what to farm, and they quite like the fact that basically shit just drops and they just put it in the maps, and now there's extra stuff on the map that they don't have to manage ever again. What's the point of this video? Why am I making this video? Point of the video isn't to say that the idle system is good or that it's better than the Atlas tree. That's not the point. The point is everybody just going into this looking at this wrong? The entire point of the league is you have a 1 month league to try some ascendancies that probably won't ever be in the game again. That's the joy. Go and level a build with a new ascendancy, run some basic maps, maybe do a bit of endgame if that's what you enjoy, and then go make a new build with a new ascendancy and try them all out and have some fun. That's what people enjoy. And if you don't enjoy it, you don't have to play it. It's only an optional event. It's like people are freaking out that these idols have to be traded for. Someone said, oh, if I want to farm essences perfectly, I have to trade for 15 divines worth of idols. No, you don't. You don't. Maybe the idols that drop don't have essence on them. Okay, guess what? You're not farming essence this league. Is it really that big of a deal? Oh, but I really, really want essences. Okay, we'll buy some. Okay, well, don't use essences. This league is not about, in a month, can you create the most GG Atlas tree replacement with the idol system and make as much currency as possible? I mean, like, the way the game is developed and everything, and the way people are freaking out, it's basically like they're getting their microphone and they're going, GGG. This idol system absolutely sucks, bro. It absolutely sucks. If you don't fix it, I'm not going to play. It's shit. Yeah, that's not the point of the league, bro. It doesn't mean you don't have the right to moan. You can moan and they can take it on board. But I just don't get this notion of like, I'm going to play it even though it's not fun and I'm going to moan about it. Like, if you're genuinely not having fun playing the new league and the idol system is so jarring, just play something else or do something else with your time. They'll get the message. Oh, look, loads of players are leaving. They probably don't like it. Okay, we won't do that again. Okay, we'll do some tweaks. I just feel like everything, when I go on Path of Exile YouTube, you know, I don't really look at too much these days, but when I do go on Path of Exile and I look at YouTube, I just see a lot of moaning, and I feel like people don't really understand just how good they have it with Path of Exile. I always give this example because I come from a game called Gears of War. That game now is probably 18 years old. It can probably go for a pint in the pub. And during Gears probably 1, 2, and 3, which span, let's just say, because some people still play them, 20 plus years, Gears of War 1 had about 2 updates. Gears 6 had about 6 title updates, and Gears 3 had a handful, whatever. And that was like across 20 years. And so when I come to a game like Path of Exile, and simply they've built an entire new game, but players still want content for the old game, that they go and make 19 ascendances and say, go and play it for a month, that's been moaned at. I can't wrap my head around that. I'm not saying that you're not allowed to moan and there aren't some problems, and it's good to voice problems with the game, absolutely, because then they can take the feedback on board and it's great. But this whole, I mean, it's been going on for years now, I suppose, and it's kind of why I got a bit disillusioned with PoE. The whole game has just become how much currency per hour you make. Damn, if I want to make the best idol setup, I need to spend 16 divines, but I'll be making 8 divines an hour, so I'll make my money back. And like, do you, like, I know for a lot of people that is the fun, but do you actually still enjoy the game? And if you do still enjoy the game, well then the currency and the profit you make on top is just a nice bonus, right? Yes, if you want to get the mirror tier build, you're always going to have to no-life it, and you're going to have to min-max, and that means you're going to have to trade for some idols. But I think the event's pretty good. I do. In my opinion, the event's very good. There's lots of different builds available. There's lots of new ascendancies. And sure, maybe mapping isn't quite as fun as with the Atlas tree. But if you get a bit bored because your endgame maps aren't quite as juiced as you want them, then just try a new class. And if you really don't want to try a new class and you think, well, you know, I've kind of had my fun, then you just leave, and that's all it is. You're allowed to leave a game. You're under no obligation to play the game. You're under no obligation to like the game. And I feel like people just need to get back to the normality of thinking, am I having fun? Like, if you're having fun, just crack on, right? I didn't play the event for like 4 days, and then yesterday, I decided I actually am well in the mood to play some PoE, and I think I went from like levels 75 to 88 or something. And I just ran whatever was on my map. It was kind of like Delirium. There was some shrines on there. There was the odd breach. And I was like, okay, my maps are kind of juicy. Didn't really get any drops, but I enjoyed it. And then I signed out. That's it. Like, I'm not trying to act like Mr. Chill. Like, there are no problems with the game and you should just relax. But just look at it for what it is. They've built an entire brand new game. And on the side, they gave 19 ascendances for you to go and play and test for a month. It's not that bad, guys. Like, it's not the end of the world, you know.